Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilder. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Newton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's May. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, Do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll throw with May. Pass the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. May going to bat this one forward. Escapes the defender. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown! And Xavier again. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Wilder dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. In motion goes the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll look to throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw, May. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown! A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam, because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 19. To the air, May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Operating from the gun, Wilder. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This pass deep for Okakwo. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw, it's May. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. This pass deep for Okakwo. And that's going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Looking to throw. Wilder. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Out of the gun now on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Look at the time. Finding Walker, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's not one you see often, illegal touching, and unfortunately for them, CD, it wipes away a big play.
Yeah, you just can't step out of bounds and be the first one to touch it when you come back in. That'll draw a flag every time.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Walker. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's May. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun. Wilder. Flushed out right. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Off play action. Wilder. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Ravens 42, Black Knights 21.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Buying time to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Wilder can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Wilder. And Walker has it. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Wilder. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Black Knights 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. And it's caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. And Xavier Legette, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilder escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Wilder. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures. Eyes on a
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody wanna do it. You could never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth.